You're almost tripling your levels. So it's a great opportunity. You could have it fit into whatever budget or budget requirements you have. So whether it's taking one capsule daily or one capsule a week, it will make a profound difference in the lutein and zeaxanthin your eyes desperately need to protect themselves.
For sure. I know, at least for me, I guess literally see a difference, but I feel a difference because I'm somebody who's had, very dry eye. And it's interesting because all of these products really dovetail together. And if you are joining us, we're actually at the top of the hour. So welcome into HSN. We love Andrew Lessman. He is doing this exclusively for us. He really is, I always say, America's foremost expert when it comes to health and wellness. But he does this. It is a labor of love for sure. And if you are channel surfing, chances are you've heard, or maybe your doctor has told you to take your omegas. This is not like any other omega you have ever tried. I can promise you that. Certainly, we think of all the cardiac benefits, but Andrew does omegas, and essential omegas in this case, in a way no one else does. It is a today's special encore. Remember, all good things must come to an end. So those are expiring Tuesday at midnight, Andrew. Is that correct?
Correct. Today's special encores are not something we do because we run out of a product. And no matter how much we plan, we tend to run out of it that evening. But because of what we've all been experiencing the last several months, basically for the entire year, our today special pricing, our monthly special pricing, and that's what we'll be doing for the next hour, is going through those today specials and monthly specials that are going away. So this is April's today special, our maximum essential omega-3. I figured it was perfect to do after Ultimate Eye and maximum L+Z because in your eyes, the lutein and zeaxanthin we need to protect our eyes, the optical pigments that your eyes rely on, not just for them to work on your eyes, but for your eyes to work, period. That lutein and zeaxanthin isn't just swimming in omega-3s, it's literally drowning in omega-3s, at least hopefully. And the omega-3 that it finds itself drowning in is DHA. And DHA is the omega-3 that we uniquely focus on in our product. And the most important thing, kind of like Secure, even though Secure, our meal replacement, focused on the science for 35 years, until I focused on the flavor a little over 10 years ago, it was not going to be a crowd favorite. And if anything, it was very poorly reviewed. The same thing with omega-3s. You could focus on the science, and I could have the perfect omega-3 product. But until I eliminated the fishy aftertaste, until I eliminated fishy repeat, until I eliminated upset stomachs, which we completely eliminated. We didn't improve, we completely eliminated. Until I did that, I still didn't have a good omega-3 product. Scientifically perfect, but not perfect in terms of experience. And experience is really everything when it comes to a product like this.
It absolutely is. Well, case in point, 4.7 is the customer pick rating on an Omega product. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great.
No,
So Andrew,
I was just going to say, we're rather proud. Yes.
You should be. Sorry, just a couple of housekeeping issues. I will show, I'll do due diligence. I'll just show the sizing and the pricing real quick because, again, it is a today's special encore. 30, 90, 180, 360. And part of the reason I wanted you to see that chart is I wanted you to see the special size on that Omega. Holy moly. At the 720 count size, that's the one that I know a lot of us gravitate toward because I can promise you everyone in the family is going to want to take this. Remember, it is a today's special encore. Those pricing, all good things must come to an end. All of that does expire, of course, at Tuesday at 12 midnight. If you are joining us for the very first time, remember 30-day money-back guarantee. And at the end of the day, Andrew's absolutely right. Same story applies when we're talking about our Secure Soy. No matter how good a product is, if it repeats, if it makes your stomach hurt, if you get that heartburn from it, you're not going to reap those benefits. And I think that's the reason people love this so much, because not only do they feel and see a difference, it's great for the eyes, for the, your heart, obviously. My doctor told me I should be taking it for stress, but I actually even forget that I'm taking this just because it is such a pleasure to take. And that's one of the things that really sets you apart in this category for sure.
And for me, because I read reviews, because I pay such careful attention to all the feedback, that it was sort of, it was ethically incumbent upon me. I felt I had to figure out how to solve all those problems in terms of fishy aftertaste and repeat and upset stomachs. Because if you understand how important omega-3s are, that we know that calcium is critically important to bone. DHA, the most important ingredient in this product, is more critical to your brain or to your eyes than calcium is even to bone, because literally 2/3 of the weight of your brain, 2/3, is DHA. And as dominant as it is in terms of the structure of your brain, it's even more dominant in terms of the structure of your eye. So for me, I figured I had to figure out, I had to determine how to make a product that wasn't unpleasant, that delivered these incredible benefits, whether it's heart benefits or brain benefits. I could spend hours here going over the conclusions. These are not hypotheses or guesses, but absolute conclusions about the impact that DHA has on the long-term health of our eyes, on the long-term health of our brain, our cognitive abilities, our memory, our thinking. That these are things that we really need to deliver to our body, because DHA is something that our body absolutely positively can't make, can't produce. So it's up to us. If we want our brain, our eyes, our heart, if we want these systems to function at their best over the course of our lifetime, there's only one person who can make that decision and can make it work, and it's us. And there's only two ways of accomplishing it. Either you eat oily fish every day, or you supplement omega-3s. But the typical omega-3 product is so miserable, and many of us are concerned about eating oily fish every day because of the levels of heavy metals and contaminants and whatnot. So this is the only decision, what you're looking at here, that's both problem-free, trouble-free, toxin-free in terms of contaminants. It just delivers the benefits you seek and not a problem at all. You can take this and not have a care in the world, because it's delivering what you need and what you want, and it's delivering it in a fashion that will never upset your stomach and never have a fishy aftertaste. And that's something you could read the reviews on this product. You will not find a review that talks about a fishy aftertaste, because it doesn't exist. We eliminated it.
You did indeed. Well, again, if you're channel surfing, welcome in. We're always so happy to see Andrew here, and I have to say it's a kind of a power hour. It's the best of the best for sure. Speaking of the best, if people are discovering you and your brand and ProCaps Labs for the very first time, this is a perfect place to put your toe in the water. It's your weekend special. You do things in a way that no one else in the world does, and there's really no other product that I think illustrates that maybe even better than the essential one. So whether it's a Father's Day, whether it's for yourself, whether you are looking for that one pill, one capsule a day solution, and you really want to reap the benefits of a multivitamin with no repeating, you know, this actually, when you look at the levels and the pricing, is certainly profound in the 30, 60, 180, or 360. Huge savings. But here's a chart that kind of tells a little bit more of the story as well in terms of the levels, and this isn't even quite fair, because you do vitamin B in a way that nobody else does. Just like we were talking about, you do omega in a way that no one else does. Andrew, when you did this, it was really, it was extraordinary, not only from a manufacturing standpoint, but it was incredible to us that somebody found this one pill a day solution in the way that you're doing it.
Well, what's interesting is if you turn back the clock 41 years, we had what we called our Essential 100. And it truly was, without question, the first 100% pure, additive-free multivitamin, multimineral. To this day, 41 years later, I'm not aware of another multivitamin, multimineral that's 100% pure and additive-free. This product is designed to be gentle even to the most sensitive stomach. And if you look, that chart you were just showing, Shannon, that had 5 different ingredients on it, that if you just pull out 5 ingredients from this formula, you could achieve 3 times the cost if you're just looking at vitamin B12 and vitamin D and calcium, vitamin C, magnesium. And that doesn't even consider another, say, 21 ingredients in the product. So when you look at a multivitamin, even if you look at the science on multivitamins, it is the most affordable way to go about getting the nutrients you need. Sadly, they're full of artificial colors and additives. Even more sadly, they're difficult to swallow and they'll upset your stomach. And also, they are all based upon this concept that a multivitamin is supposed to deliver these minimum daily requirements. Certainly, you can get multivitamins that I even make that are large packeted multivitamins that have several pills that are very high potency. But our single capsule multivitamin, because it doesn't contain additives, delivers you high levels of the nutrients you require. 2,000 IU of vitamin D3, 250 micrograms of vitamin B12 in its natural form. Also, since most Americans can't metabolize, including me, can't metabolize folic acid in its synthetic form, which is folic acid, the form that we use, 5-MTHF, 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, that form of folic acid, that 5-MTHF, is the natural active form. So every ingredient in this formula has a story, and it delivers on a promise that we all think we're getting with a typical multivitamin. We're getting what we need at the levels we require, and in a fashion that won't be unpleasant. But the typical multivitamin is unpleasant. It will upset your stomach. It's hard to swallow, contains artificial colors and other artificial additives, and it doesn't deliver the levels you require, nor the forms you truly need. So this truly is a product that exemplifies, that really perfectly shows how differently we go about doing what we do. Those other companies, they'd like to think that all vitamins are created equal, because they basically are. Contract manufacturers make them for all these different companies. We make this ourselves. We always have for 41 years. I started the company, and there really is no one else who makes a vitamin like us, so we were forced to have our own manufacturing facility. And of course, everything we make, we also make responsibly. We make entirely using solar energy. Our factory has no carbon footprint at all. So we're responsible in everything we make. Plus, this multivitamin is a really foundational key to wellness for all the systems in your body. We also, for every bottle of any product of mine that you get, we give away multiple bottles of prenatal vitamins to needy mothers around the world. And 1/4 of them are right here in America, whether it's on Native American reservations or in rural areas or urban centers where mothers don't get the nutrients they need to ensure the health of themselves or their future children. So that's something that we've always done, and I think we've given away almost 2 billion prenatal vitamins, which is, wow, that's a lot of prenatal vitamins.
It is. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. I mean, it's a win-win proposition for sure. And Andrew, I just broke open one of the capsules just so we've been talking about the benefits and how different these are. I mean, these just make my stomach hurt looking at them. And right. I mean, you can see that baby fine powder. It's pretty extraordinary. Well,
it's a different approach, and if everyone wants a different experience, you have to do what they say. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. We do things differently, and that's why our products deliver different results. And our multivitamin, our omega-3s, they're rated 4.7 stars. They're 95% positive reviews.
They are indeed. All right, well, grab yours. We've one offshoot of this whole time in history. We've had lots of new faces discovering you for the very first time. You know, we've been sheltering at home, and people are certainly more keenly aware of their health than probably any other time in recent history, global or American history.
And I hope that lasts. There's a French expression that we always say, and it comes to mind, is pourvu que ça dure. It means that just such that it only lasts. And I really hope that, I mean, it's been a very challenging, difficult few months for me, and I know for a lot of folks out there. And COVID-19 wasn't waiting for anyone to be prepared for it. So I'm just hoping that the silver lining to this is that this focus on wellness, this awareness that wellness pays just countless dividends, that it stays with us, that we try to be a bit more active. We appreciate the ability to go outdoors and to exercise, and that we focus on healthy food, and we do our best to transform our body composition so it makes our blood pressure, our blood sugar, and all those other things easier to manage. So I hope and pray that the dark cloud that we've experienced for the last several months does have a silver lining associated with it, and there'll be a lot of positive things that will come to it in the months to come, and that will start 2021 on a really great, wonderful right foot.
Absolutely. Well, we've moved along. We've got a lot to get to in this next 40 minutes
Yes.
or 45 minutes of time. So this is like another little encore if you missed it in April. And I know a lot of us call this the Desert Island product. Certainly we've been under more stress, whether you're under stress or taking certain medications or you just don't feel, if you feel kind of exhausted. This is a wonderful way to have that platform or foundational support, not only for energy, but it really is a feel the difference product. Take time to read some of those reviews. They really do read like love letters, and this is certainly one of them. Remember, you choose your size of choice in the 30, 60, 120, or 240. Big savings here. And Andrew, not only are you doing CoQ10 in a way that no one else does, I know that cost at some point has been prohibitive, and we've seen prices go up on CoQ10, but you do a number of things that are special on this for everybody.
Yeah, and CoQ10, you have to understand, for most people, CoQ10 is a relatively new ingredient. At most, say, the last 10 or 15 years. I introduced my CoQ10 product in 1984, which would be 36 years ago, was our first CoQ10 product. And even then, as important as CoQ10 was, most products you see are just CoQ10. But as important as it is, important as it was, I realized that just like any important person, that important person, if they have an important job, you can bet they have a lot of people helping them accomplish that job. These products are very important. I can't make them all by myself. I have a lot of wonderful people who make sure that we deliver on our promise to you. So with CoQ10, it really would be naive. It would be ignoring the science and research to deliver CoQ10 on its own without the critical supportive nutrients in their proper forms that CoQ10 requires. And the most important thing about CoQ10 that I sort of warned everybody last year, that we had a wonderful Today Special with our best pricing ever. But I wasn't sure if that pricing would last. And I thought that our Today Special at the end of 2020, at the end of this year, would probably be much more expensive. Because I made such a commitment to CoQ10, we've been able to hold price up until now. I doubt we'll be able to hold price for our Today Special at the end of the year, simply because everyone realizes how much the price has gone up. So there's been a bit of a run on CoQ10. So I don't think at the end of this year, the Today Special CoQ10, if you look at the price per capsule here, and when we offer this product at the end of this year, I'd be surprised if we could do pricing as good as this. I'm going to try, but I doubt we'll be able to do so because literally the price of CoQ10 has gone up multiple times, not 10 or 20%, but more like 500%. So I'll do my very best. So I just wanted to let everyone know we have plenty to go around right now, but I doubt when we do a Today Special that the pricing will even be as good as it is today. As I said, I'll do my best, but I doubt we'll be able to. It's just the world as it is, and I don't manufacture the CoQ10. It's a very complicated process. We make the product, but we have to rely on the industry, and there's supposedly factors beyond my control that have determined that the price must go up. And we're just a bit of a victim of that, but I'll do my best.
Well, and I will say this, once you've tried this product, it is certainly something that you never, ever want to be without, whether you are taking certain medications or we all feel a little stressed or feel like we could use a little, real energy. It's not like one of those energy drinks or things that we do artificially. And even, Andrew, I was going to show the color of this because we've been talking about how different your manufacturing is from anybody. Even the color, now is so that's the color in nature, right? That's not done artificially?
When we looked at the colors of our Max L plus Z and our Ultimate I and things like that, all of those rich, beautiful colors are Mother Nature at work, which I always wonder, why does anybody need to use an artificial color? Well, other than they're cheap and they don't care when they manufacture a product, but these natural colors that's the natural, bright, yellow, beautiful color of ubiquinone, of CoQ10. And that's, and there it is. We do nothing. It looks like that's gotta be fake, but it's not. That's Mother Nature at work. And CoQ10, what I always say, it's the not so sexy, but it really is the honest energy product. It's the common sense energy product. Certainly the energy products that get all the press and things are the ones that give you an instant boost of energy. Those, whatever they all call them, 2-hour, 5-hour, I'm not sure, 10-hour energy products. They're stimulants. And certainly those are all appealing, but they're really the common sense way to approach energy production as far as I'm concerned. We all have trillions of cells. And one of the interesting things about our body that many of us really don't contemplate, it's the kind of thing that I contemplate, that our body is interesting in that every single cell is responsible for its own energy production. It cannot rely on its neighbor to produce energy. As I sit here in my house, energy is coming from a power plant somewhere. So we have to distribute energy in our society, but in our body, we might distribute fuel, we might distribute oxygen, but every single cell is responsible for the manufacture of its own energy. In fact, every single cell has thousands of little power plants. Those little power plants, those little organs, or organelles as they're called, are mitochondria. So our cells have to produce energy. So if I want to focus on energy, instead of just stimulating our brain, what I would rather do is provide the tool that all of those little powerhouses in all of the trillions of cells in our body rely on to create energy. And by collectively improving and supporting and promoting energy in every cell, that's the energy we all experience in our daily lives. So that is the real intelligent way to improve energy production and to improve and support the optimum functioning of every key organ, whether it's your brain, your liver, your heart, your kidneys. It's just basic common sense.
It is indeed. So take advantage of that special purchase pricing. Remember, Encore, look at our today's specials coming up. Abbreviated, though, at the very end of this hour. I'm calling it kind of a power hour. It's definitely some of the best of the best because they all become customer picks. But speaking of the best, at a time in history where maybe you're eating things you don't normally eat, a lot of people are consuming alcohol that maybe they don't normally do, or you're probably putting a greater burden on your liver and your brain, your liver more specifically than you even realize. This was a runaway hit when it was offered as a today's special. Andrew has graciously, this was a late breaking addition to our show. We're doing a today's special encore with, yes, those great savings on the 60, 180, or 360. Remember that special pricing is expiring. All good things come to an end. So coming up on Tuesday at midnight, it's nice that we were able to do this for everybody. But Andrew, you know this is a favorite of mine.
And this is, yes, I know, and this is crazy, crazy affordable pricing. We sold this out prematurely when we had offered it previously as a Today Special, but we have the same pricing, so it's less than a dime a capsule. And this is the principal molecule in your liver, the membrane structure of our liver that does all the remarkable work that it does. I always say our liver is the Rodney Dangerfield and the James Brown of organs in our body. The Rodney Dangerfield because it really doesn't get the respect it deserves, and the James Brown because it is, without question, the hardest working organ in our body, and it also has to do the dirtiest work. But to think that you give again, it's kind of when we're talking about vitamin D. Vitamin D is the most important vitamin. It's also the most affordable. Phosphatidylcholine, PC, it's the most critical phospholipid in our liver. And then the DHA present in our brain, it's mostly phosphatidylcholine that is present in terms of phospholipids in our brain. So when we look at this molecule and its importance to our liver and our brain, and it's so affordable, you just wouldn't want to be without it. And all of us during these very difficult and stressful times, we have to take the medications we should be taking. And of course, that's important, especially to manage our blood pressure and our blood sugar and things like that. And then, of course, when we're thinking in terms of the burden to our liver, I think a lot of us being stuck at home, we might have been consuming a little bit more alcohol, and that actually does burden our liver as well. So this is an opportunity to give our liver what it really needs to do all of that difficult work on our behalf, and to say thank you, and to do it incredibly, incredibly affordably. Unfortunately, the price on this is going to be going back up to normal levels Tuesday at midnight, but we were able to restock it, so we have plenty available now.
I mean, it's really incredible, because if you are joining us for the very first time, yes, unprecedented time in history, but normally today's specials, that is, nature of the description alone, but, it's nice that you and HSN and our sister and partner family QVC were there to support you. You still get this 30-day return policy and free shipping, but remember, the special purchase pricing is done at on, at midnight, Tuesday going into Wednesday. So if you missed out on it, because I know it was a very early sellout, this is a great time to take advantage of it in the 60, the 180, or the 360. And the big thing for me is we're certainly putting a greater burden on that liver, whether it's, drinking alcohol or taking medications. This is a way to say thanks. A lot of us are focused, or certainly there's been a resurgence or an awakening about our health for the very first time, or maybe you're just, really looking at your health and what you're taking and the things that you are doing to our bodies. This is a wonderful way to support that. Get it at that today's special pricing. Remember, the pricing does expire on Tuesday at 12 midnight. So I would encourage you to do so. Andrew, go ahead.
It was funny, I just texted someone at HSN because I looked at that chart, and that chart said $44.90. And what I realized, we lowered the price.
Oh, that's right.
We lowered the price so again, that the $34.90 is correct. And so the $44.90 is incorrect. So yeah, so just to give you a sense of what a great value is.
Wow.
You're not saving $30, you're saving $40. You're saving more than you're spending. So so that's great. So we need a Sharpie to change the price on that chart. But yeah, and that's going away. So again, if anything, I was even confused. I was a little upset there for a moment, but great. So everybody's getting the Today Special, the original Today Special price. Best pricing ever that we've had on this. So $34.90. So it's less than a dime a capsule. So unfortunately that will be going away, but there's no more important single ingredient that you could provide to your liver. It's right up there with DHA in terms of what you could provide to your brain. And it's so affordable. It's less than a dime a capsule.
Yeah, it is funny, because it was so funny, because even when I saw Andrew, I'm like, yeah, no, it's 44. I'm like, what?
I'm sitting here freaking out going, uh-oh. So I could show you. I sent a text that I said, that's not the Today Special price, exclamation point, exclamation point. So that's funny, but it is, so that's great.
It is. Well, hey, we are honoring, even better value if that's possible. We're also moving along to the perfect partner for this, and here's another one where, of course, you're getting that special savings that does expire Tuesday at 12 midnight. Andrew, this is one that I know I personally love, because a lot of people are thinking detox, detox after everything we've been going on, but boy, there's no liver antioxidant or support product like this, and wow, we love this pricing.
And liver, just to distinguish them, the PC liver and brain that we just spoke about, that's structural. That's literally 2/3 of the membrane surface area of our liver, which our liver might be the size of a football, but if you look at that surface area that's doing all that work, it's about 8 football fields. That's a lot, and 8 football fields, 5 of them are phosphatidylcholine. What liver antioxidant extracts is all about. It's all about detoxification and supporting the regeneration, because the liver is the unique organ in our body that has the capacity to regenerate itself. Kind of makes sense. The liver is doing the dirtiest work in our body, the toughest work in our body. So if any organ would have the capacity to regenerate itself, it makes sense it would be the liver. So supporting that regenerative process, obviously you need building blocks. That's the PC, the phosphatidylcholine we just spoke about. But supporting and promoting that process, when you look at the 3 ingredients in this product, we start with milk thistle, standardized for silymarin. But our milk thistle standardized for silymarin, we complex it with phosphatidylcholine. We do that with turmeric. We've always complexed our turmeric with phosphatidylcholine because turmeric is otherwise not absorbable. So what's great about this product, it really shows how logical my products are, because that phosphatidylcholine dramatically enhances the absorption of the milk thistle and silymarin. It also dramatically enhances the absorption of the curcuminoids from the turmeric, but also that phosphatidylcholine is beneficial on its own. And then, of course, we have artichoke extract standardized for cynurin. So there's no more comprehensive and well thought out support product for your liver in terms of detoxification and regeneration than our liver antioxidant extracts, all specifically standardized to deliver benefits, because you just don't want to take turmeric and just don't want to take milk thistle. It needs to be specifically standardized for silymarin, for curcuminoids, for cynurin in terms of artichoke extract to deliver those benefits, and then complexing it with lipids, that liposome makes it even more beneficial and absorbable by a factor of, in the case of curcuminoids, by about 3,000%.
Well, and
So
no kidding,
difference.
if you have time does not permit during this power hour, if you will, read those
Right.
reviews. I mean, they really do read like love letters. And no kidding, if you're looking for products that, at least in my own experience, deliver a profound impact and benefit on your life, read the reviews, try them, 30-day return policy. Pricing does expire at 12 midnight on Tuesday. Just bear that in mind. All good things must come to an end. We do have a little price adjustment on this one as well. So remember,
Right.
you were up to good things for people watching, I guess.
Well, when this was a Today Special going back a few months, it was in the heat of the crisis. And hopefully things are cooling off, and hopefully we're all going to follow instructions, and we're going to come out in a logical and sensible fashion back into the world and be smart about protecting our health as individuals and as a society. And hopefully this has been a very difficult time, and hopefully there's a lot of very positive growth that our country and our society will have to show for this very difficult time. I know in terms of individuals, I always say the most difficult times, for me, the most challenging times are always the times when I learn the most and I grow the most. So hopefully our society, our country, will be saying the same in the future, that these challenges have not been for naught, that these challenges have come with all sorts of great progress to show for it. At least that's, as I said earlier, that's what I'm hoping and praying for, and hopefully I'm not alone in that regard.
I would absolutely concur. Well, if you are channel surfing, only about 30 minutes left in the show, in the visit. Very abbreviated look at our today's specials coming up at the end of the hour. Remember, special purchase pricing does expire at 12 midnight, so on Tuesday, so all good things must come to an end. Go ahead, Andrew.
And I was just going to say, what we're doing here is we're wrapping up the Today Specials that we've kept active for the past 5 months. So we're going through Today Specials that Tuesday at midnight, whether it's the PC Liver and Brain, the liver antioxidant extracts, the maximum essential omega-3, our secure meal replacement. Tuesday at midnight, all of this special pricing goes away, unfortunately.
For sure. In fact, I'm shopping along with everybody else to take
That's good. I'm glad. Doesn't surprise me, Shannon.
I know, not shocking, is it? Well, this is something, boy, oh boy, you want to talk about reviews that read like love letters. That phrase, don't leave home without it, I think it was a credit card commercial at one point in history.
Right.
Don't
Amex,
leave home,
yes.
Yeah, American Express. Don't leave home without it, without fiber mucil. No kidding. You want about something that delivers a daily benefit to me? Sizing of choice. Remember, we're honoring the Today's Special Encore. So you get your final blush, your final look at all these great special purchase pricing. Andrew, while you talk about the benefits, even the sizes on that 1,000 cap, wow, wow, wow.
And it also, to fit 1,000 capsules in that jar, in that bowl, it shows you that our capsules are small capsules. Our capsules are small, easy to swallow capsules. By the way, a little bit of trivia. Do you remember who the actor was in the original, I think it was that original commercial, Don't Leave Home Without It?
Carl Malden.
Very good, Carl Malden. That's very, very good. So that's from the streets of San Francisco, that TV show. Also an actor in all sorts of movies and things like that, but a little trivia question. But again, fiber mucil, you don't want to leave home without it. Most Americans, what's defining of our diet, certainly an absence of the omega-3s that we require, but also the fiber that we require and the fiber for regularity. But most fiber products, they're synthetic products, those clear drinks. There's no natural fiber product that's going to make a clear beverage. Real natural fiber is going to be more like sawdust. That's why what we do with our fiber, we make it an ultra, ultra, ultra fine powder. It's such a fine powder because we want it to be incredibly mild. And then because it couldn't be used in a beverage, it would literally be like paste. What we do is we put it in a capsule. Not easy to put in a capsule without additives, but we succeed in doing so. But what it means is that fiber will not cause gas, will not cause bloating. It will be gentle on your system, on your stomach, and it's going to deliver those benefits in terms of regularity. Because the key to regularity is adequate fiber intake with adequate hydration. And hydration is the key to so many important systems and health benefits. But adequate fiber it's really difficult to be regular, to conceive of being regular without having adequate fiber intake.
Absolutely. In fact, we'll reference it when we talk about Secure and just how easy and how lovely it is. If you've tried somebody else's fiber drink, which by the way, I do love your fiber the drink that you've done in the past, but this is like dust. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
And that's the secret to it. First of all, the natural source, our natural fiber, the psyllium husk fiber that we use, that natural source, and the fact that we do this special ultrafine granulation. So ours is unique. And again, because it's unique, you get unexpectedly unique reviews. This is a product I think is probably about 4.6 stars with thousands of reviews. So it's a product that the fiber that you typically have the unpleasant experience with has nothing to do with the experience with this product. And again, regularity is something that really requires fiber. And the other thing about fiber, when you look at the benefits of a high fiber diet, whether it's all the health risks associated with the aging process, virtually every one of them are reduced when you eat a diet that's richer in fiber. So long-term, fiber is something we should be focusing on our diet, or we should be making sure that we're naturally supplementing.
Absolutely. So again, all good things must come to an end. All of the special purchase pricing on that today's specials that, go ahead, Andrew.
I think this was, if we look at the chart, this was
right.
another product that because of the circumstances that were going on, it originally was less than 8 cents a capsule, but because of what was going on in the world at the time a few months ago, and it's still going on in the world, we lowered the price even further. So you're looking at, on the 2 largest sizes, the price was lowered even more. So you're looking at less than 7 cents a capsule. And most fiber products, you have to take handfuls of them. This product is a very powerful product. Some folks take just 1 or 2 capsules a day, or at most 1 or 2 capsules a meal. So it's a very, as mild and gentle as it is, it's equally powerful. Sounds like a contradiction, but seeing or reading the reviews is believing.
Well, it is indeed. In fact, you're right, Andrew. I mean, virtually all perfect ratings, 4.6 star customer pick, and take advantage of those savings for sure, because remember, all good things come to an end. Pricing is done on those today's special encores at 12 midnight on Tuesday. So if you're making your list and checking it twice like I am, I definitely encourage you to take advantage of it. And remember, if you are new to HSN, this is a Power Hour, really a best of show. Andrew, we have a very abbreviated look at our today's specials at the end of this hour. This is also something that you added to my show, and we're all fans. Anyone who has tried the cranberry certainly loves it like I do. I think as women, maybe we're more keenly aware either of our bodies or how much cranberry can benefit us, but certainly guys, you are not exempt. And it's nice to see that you are getting special purchase pricing as well on your 30, 60, 120, or 240. And remember again, with a 30-day return policy, we're doing free shipping. Flex pays are open to anyone within the sound of our show. I think we were talking about people doing Zoom happy hours and whatnot. If people are getting their cranberry from those cranberry Cosmos or cranberry martinis, the other ways to get cranberry, lots of sugar, lots of other things. This is the best solution.
Just a cranberry beverage is over 100 calories a glass, and it's all sugar. But this is another product that at the time, the today's special price, I believe in the large size, was originally $49. And I believe this is another one that we took it down to $39. So you're looking at a little over 15 cents a capsule. So, and this is again, I encourage everyone to read the reviews on this product. It's a product that when we talk about cranberry, I think all of us now realize and recognize, we've heard from our doctors, we've read about it, that it is that natural ingredient that is associated with its benefits for our urinary tract and bladder. I often refer to it as the poster child. I guess turmeric has kind of joined it. It's the poster child for a natural ingredient that has gone on to get scientific and medical respect. And cranberry definitely does that. And our cranberry, we've had a cranberry product for over 30 years, and we've gradually evolved that cranberry product as better and better extracts and concentrates of cranberry get developed, because we want to deliver as much beneficial much of the beneficial components in cranberry as we can in each small, easy-to-swallow capsule. And that's what we've done here. So if you want the perfect cranberry product, pure, delivers only the benefits you seek from cranberry for your urinary tract and bladder. And mind you, cranberry is also very rich in protective compounds. So you're also benefiting your body as a whole, just like any red-colored berry, when you enjoy the benefits of this product.
Wow, and a 4.8-star customer pick rating. That's
right.
Huge. I mean...
No, mathematically, I think if someone just gave us a 1-star review because they didn't like my picture on the label, we'd have to get, I think, 19 5-star reviews to make up for it and still average 4.8. So 4.8 is anything over 4.2 or 4.3 anything over 4 is an incredible accomplishment. But just the mathematics of that is quite an accomplishment. And I think virtually every product in this hour is rated 4.6 stars or more, whether it's omega-3s or fiber mucil or Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin. I think all of these products are rated 4.6 or 4.7 stars. I think Secure is about 4.3 stars, which for a flavor-rated product is just, that's even more incredible than 4.8 stars on this product.
It is indeed. It's a power hour for sure, but it's coming to a close. Only about 20 minutes left in the show and in the visit. Here was another late break and adjustment. And Andrew, I was so glad you added this to your repertoire, because in our family, my dad, he's very lean, but even the leanest in our family, we struggle with blood sugar management, and it's something that I know myself. We had a lot of requests for you to do something like this, but you wouldn't do cinnamon until you could do it in a way that makes it special, unique, and better.
Well, even beyond cinnamon, I've had requests for over 40 years that I make a product that delivers blood sugar metabolism, insulin metabolism, supportive benefits. And beyond the ingredients in a multivitamin or chromium and things like that, which we delivered on multivitamin, beyond the basic supportive benefits of those ingredients, there was really no ingredient, no product that I could really make that unequivocal statement that there was a natural support ingredient available to specifically do that. And then the research on cinnamon, the convincing research on cinnamon bark extract continued to roll in. And that's when this product was created, now probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And it's another product, 4.7-star product, I believe, another product with just spectacular reviews attesting to its efficacy. There's another product, I'm not sure if we could get a lower graphic on it, berberine. Berberine is another product, berberine barberry root extract, another plant-based extract that also is, I would say, right up there in terms of efficacy with cinnamon bark extract in terms of supporting healthy blood sugar metabolism and supporting healthy insulin metabolism. Berberine also supports healthy blood lipid metabolism as well, our cholesterol levels and things. So there are some great natural tools that are coming available. And if you read the reviews on our cinnamon bark extract product, and for me, my blood sugar levels, my blood sugar metabolism, my A1C are all very good. But when I use my cinnamon bark extract, they're even better. So it's wonderful to have a natural tool to help give our body that extra support it needs in those very important areas. And we've learned how important managing our blood sugar is, so it's something we need to carefully, really scrupulously follow the guidance of our doctor in terms of taking our medications, the dietary guidance, to make sure that we're doing the things we need to do to support healthy blood sugar levels. And how great is it to have a natural tool that supports us as well?
It does indeed. And again, it's so easy, it's so seamless, it's so budget friendly with that 30-day return policy and the flex pay. Choose your sizing of choice on the 30, 60, 120, or 240. Do remember too that when it comes to the integrity and the manufacturing standard and the potency and how this is delivered, Andrew, I know you always say that the information is the most important thing that you supply, but truly at the end of the day, you do have to compare apples to apples, whether it's how you do turmeric or how you do your Secure soy or your cinnamon. You have to compare not just the information, but how the product is made as well.
True. And as I always say, that the reason why my focus on the shows is on the basic information that surrounds each product is just as you said, and I've said this since back when I originally started on QVC, the most important thing to get from my shows isn't the product. The most important thing to get from my shows is information that hopefully encourages and doesn't promote wellness as much as it promotes curiosity. because the more curious we become and the more we educate ourselves about health and wellness, the one thing that's clear in the clinical studies and research, that individuals who focus on the information and are curious about their health and wellness, guess what? They're healthier people. So the more this becomes important to us, so the more we focus, and that's why hopefully what I do is stimulate your curiosity, stimulate your desire to go to something like, it's kind of funny to do, but go to pubmed.gov, P-U-B-M-E-D, pubmed.gov. And there's a little research box there, and you could type in things like turmeric and you could see all the thousands of studies published on turmeric or cranberry or cinnamon, whatever it might be. So hopefully, by becoming more curious about your health and well-being, you become more educated, because the more educated and informed you become, the healthier you become. So you can watch my shows and never get my products and become healthier simply because you decide to educate and inform yourself even more.
For sure. With a 30-day return policy, though, especially if it is a gift, that's why Father's Day coming up, I mentioned my dad, and my dad's very lean, but you know, on that side of the family, we struggle with blood sugar balance and metabolism. And my dad's doctor even told him that he should be taking cinnamon. So this is a nice gift for me to kind of pay it forward for Dad or for anybody in the family.
Right. It's a product that delivers in a natural way in an area that so many of us need support. And it's an area that, as Americans, because we struggle with our weight, obesity, and overweight, which then challenges our ability to manage our blood sugar, we really need to pay careful attention to our doctor's instructions in that regard, whether it's in terms of medication or lifestyle and diet. And cinnamon is just a natural tool to support that already existing, hopefully, three-prong approach that we're following carefully.
And isn't it nice so that you can have not only the tools or the keys to the kingdom with the knowledge that Andrew gives you, but really the tools, the keys to the kingdom with the right products. 30-day return policy, free shipping, 30-day return or 30-day money-back guarantee. Remember, when you see these special purchase pricing, though, all of those do expire at midnight on Tuesday, so just be aware of that. So a very abbreviated look at our today's specials before we close this power hour to a close. And Andrew, I so hope if people are discovering you for the very first time, especially if they've tried that coffee drink or that fast food shake that they love, anyone who has tried anyone else's meal replacement must try this. We love it. I will say it's certainly helped me during this challenging time, whether it's being budget friendly or being a little mini multivitamin. The taste sensation is spectacular, but the pricing and the versatility in terms of customization on that 100 count size, you hit it out of the park.
Well, it's a very unique product. It didn't start off that way, and this is likely going to be the last significant look at Secure until January of 2021. So just so everyone knows. And again, what we've done here, I started with a technically wonderful meal replacement about 35 years ago. It wasn't very popular. It wasn't very well liked. In fact, initially, when the internet came around thereafter, it was very poorly reviewed, my meal replacement. It rated a little over 2 stars because I focused on making sure it was low carb, low sugar, high rich in protein, that I focused on all the technical attributes of a meal replacement to make sure that it could guarantee and assure you weight loss, that it would be the most effective weight management tool. What I ignored and what I neglected was the fact that a meal replacement will not work and will not work well if you don't love using it. Diets, weight loss, weight management, meal replacement, these are difficult processes. Eating is fun. Eating is enjoyable. So if I didn't make a meal replacement that was enjoyable, my meal replacement, I was going to be a failure. And that's basically what the reviews and ratings said. But then I realized when I read the reviews, and the reviews used all sorts of wonderful expressions to describe how badly my meal replacement tasted, I decided that I was going to go to the source. I was going to figure out who did all the flavors for my favorite fast food chocolate shake, my favorite fast food vanilla shake, my favorite coffee beverage, and we were going to break those down because that technology is not just theirs. Their products have nothing else going on but flavor. They have no nutrition. They just are a lot of calories and a lot of really rich, yummy flavor. So we decided we were going to do the exact same thing, take a page out of their book. As I said, I'm not proud, but we were going to combine that incredible investment in flavor. They have nothing else to invest in but flavor. We have to invest in vitamins and minerals and the highest quality protein to support your weight loss. And then we have to do so and blend it with flavor. And that's what we do. And if there's anything beyond all the science and technology that makes my secure meal replacement absolutely unique from all the other meal replacements in the world, beyond the fact that it's really just pennies a meal, 65 cents in the 100 meal. If you get a second one, it's 55 cents. But what makes it totally unique is our investment in flavor. So as much as we invest in protein or vitamins and minerals, which are an enormous investment to make a high quality product, we invest even more in flavor. And we invest so much in flavor that we weren't being sloppy when each one of these had a different caloric level. So if you look at the level of calories in vanilla, chocolate, coffee, if you look at the pina colada, they're going to be between 63 and 67 calories. The reason why is because the flavor component is so enormous that it actually transforms the caloric content. So just so you know, that's what makes this unique, is that it will not be like any other meal replacement experience you've had. It will be the lowest priced, it will be the lowest calories, which makes it the most flexible. You could add whatever you want, it's still low in calories, but it will be the richest in flavor. Someone could open a jar of this and be 6 feet away from me. Within seconds, I could tell you which jar they opened, because that's how rich the flavors are.
It's so funny because when we do have the privilege of doing the live broadcast from your factory, when you walk in, you're like, oh, they did coffee today. Right?
Well, we know what we're mixing exactly. As you walk through the warehouse, you could tell exactly what we were mixing that day. And again, I didn't set one up to mix here, but when we look, we have the mix there. But what's great about our meal replacement, because it's so rich in flavor, you could combine it with water. It will be delicious. If you added some ice and put it in a blender, it will be so thick you'll swear it's one of those fast food shakes. If you add non-fat milk, not whole milk, non-fat milk, or a little non-fat yogurt, you'll be blown away. What I do with vanilla, whether it's frozen blueberries or strawberries or raspberries, frozen pineapple, we always have a freezer full of frozen fruit, because the fruit in our refrigerator always goes bad. So we always have all this frozen fruit, so we throw it in secure. A frozen banana with coffee, a frozen banana with the chocolate, unbelievable. So it's so flexible, and what's great is it's so soluble, because that's part of it, mixing easy, that you can mix this with water. I've mixed it when I've been traveling with my finger, with the back of my shaver or my toothbrush. That's how super soluble it is. There's no other meal replacement that competes in terms of all of these characteristics: solubility, mouthfeel, texture, flavor, richness, low in calories, low in fat, also low in carb and sugar. It really delivers all that you want and need in the perfect meal replacement. And it will work in terms of weight loss, because not only is the meal replacement science the strongest science in weight loss, but ours is the best tasting and the lowest calories. So it gives you the ultimate opportunity to manage your weight or to lose weight.
It absolutely does. And Andrew, I'm taking a page from you. I've done more than one serving. I mean, this is probably, I put almost 3 scoops.
Looks like 3 servings, yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It was 3 scoops. Okay. See, now I'm making myself nervous, because see, normally Andrew does this.
But what's great is you instantly, even without stirring it.
Right.
This is mostly a protein mix, and even the flavors we all selected based upon their solubility. So it's already mixed even before you start stirring it with a spoon. And most people would think 3 meals and probably about 8 or 10 ounces of water. You'd have to put that in a blender, and that mixes quickly, easily, and it will taste, the chocolate will taste like melted chocolate ice cream. That was my goal. The vanilla tastes like melted French vanilla ice cream, and that's even without adding ice or cream or milk, non-fat milk or yogurt. It's just, and again, those fast food shakes are all about flavor. They have no other redeeming qualities except how good they taste, and we copied them. So I'm not going to identify who we copied, but we copied them. And that's how we arrived at the flavors that we have.
Okay, but that mouthfeel, oh wow, my mouth is just watering.
It's amazing.
Holy moly, man. Most of us are doing the 100 count size, so great savings even if you do the try me, but on that 100 count size, Andrew, I love what you did because, actually I did it on my phone while you were talking. You save an additional $10 off if you choose to do more of that 100 count size as you move forward. So I actually did the 100 count on the vanilla and on the chocolate because I had some coffee left. And I have to say, that's a lot of fun too. So there's never been a time that's been more affordable. Of course, pricing does expire. Today's special pricing expires on Tuesday at 12 midnight.
Tuesday midnight.
Oh, wow, I'm telling you.
But even if you get 200 meals, your blended price becomes about 59 cents a meal. And if you get 300 meals, it starts going down probably to about 57 cents. So it just keeps going down further and further. So it's a great, and typical meal replacements, when I go online and look, typical meal replacements that can't compare to this in terms of its experience, but typical meal replacements are at least a few dollars a meal. You could have a week of this for a few dollars. So it really is, it's quite an accomplishment, not just in terms of flavor, which is your experience, but in terms of price. But I just wanted to show some charts here, because when it comes to meal replacements, that I don't think we realize that meal replacements, it's the strongest science when it comes to weight loss. So better than diets, better than all sorts of different, and we all have our own almost religion when it comes to what our weight loss plan is going to be. But meal replacements are non-denominational. They work, they make every program work better. So this is from Biomed Research International. Previous studies with caloric restriction have shown that by using a meal replacement, a larger weight reduction and a better compliance with diet plan could be achieved. Inclusion of meal replacements may therefore represent one of the solutions for improving the long-term success of weight-reducing diets in free living subjects. Nutrition Journal. Meal replacement shakes have been studied extensively for both medical and public health efforts to combat obesity. Meal replacement shakes represent an important strategy in combating the worldwide epidemic of obesity due to their simplicity and convenience, and above all, they're more economical, they're cheaper. Meal replacement simplifies the weight loss regimens by replacing 1 or 2 meals a day with a product of defined nutrient and caloric content, and ours is really like a mini multivitamin. Recent studies have shown that meal replacement regimens are safe and are associated with greater weight loss than individualized diet plans, even supervised diet plans. It has been suggested that diets containing soy protein may further accelerate weight loss, which is why my Secure Meal Replacement uses the finest soy protein isolate in the world, because it's intended to be the finest and most effective meal replacement and weight loss meal replacement in the world. And from Nutrition Journal, a respected journal, evidence has shown that dietary interventions utilizing meal replacements results in greater weight loss and better compliance, are more likely to ensure adequate intake of essential nutrients, certainly ours does with vitamins and minerals, and demonstrates higher satisfaction. Ours, if you read the reviews, extremely high satisfaction due to the investment in flavor, and lower dropout rates compared to other diets. So, I mean, if you just focus on that chart, it's higher satisfaction, lower dropout rates, better results, better compliance, and also ensures that you get the vitamins and minerals you need. That really sums it up. And that's not me saying it, that's Nutrition Journal. And that's just generally talking about meal replacements, not talking about what I believe is and what is designed to be the finest and the most effective meal replacement in the world. So I think that's an exciting chart to read. It's coming from an objective scientific journal, and it's an opportunity for you to make a difference. And we all know how important it is to improve our body composition, not so we look our best, but so we could live our very best. And that's the key to a better body composition, is lowering the risks of so many health issues and problems that we will encounter in the future. So it's up to all of us. And this is just a simple tool that's designed to be an enjoyable tool, because the only process we could really stick to is something that we could at least find a little joy. Because if it's purely miserable, and that's what a lot of meal replacements and weight loss is, it's not going to achieve the desired result. As much as you need it, as much as you might want it, it can't all be about discipline. There has to be a little joy. There has to be a little enjoyment.
Okay, I'm going to do what you do on the set. That's the first time I've actually tripled up on the amount of the chocolate. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh no, it's, and what I often do is I'll mix less, because when you mix less, it's even, as much as we invest with flavor. And in fact, what's interesting, if you read the reviews, some of the commentaries or some of the critiques might be too much flavor. Which, if that's my biggest problem in this product, is it's too rich and flavorful, you could always use less and it becomes an even better investment. So if the greatest problem with this product is we've invested too much in flavor, then that's a problem I'm glad that we've accomplished. So again, it just means it's even more economical. But if there's not enough flavor, you can't fix that. And then we're just like every other meal replacement. We just focus on the numbers and we don't focus on the flavor.
Well, it's everything. It checks all the boxes. It's a little mini multivitamin, and science aside, it's yummy, great savings. Take advantage of that today's special pricing. Remember, on that 100 count, after that first one, you save a $10 off on each one. Pricing on all the today's specials expires Tuesday at 12 midnight. Andrew, always a pleasure to have you here.
Oh. My pleasure, Shannon. So everybody should realize that we have all of our products at hsn.com. So until Tuesday night, there will not be a single product at HSN price. So everything's at special pricing, but the world returns to normal, and hopefully the rest of the world returns to normal as well. And we all learn some wonderful lessons from very difficult months we've spent here. And I hope that our future will be brighter. That's all up to us. And hopefully we make the right decisions and accomplish that.
Absolutely. And this is a great platform to start off on, certainly that new awareness and respect for our good health. Andrew, we love you. Thank you for a great visit as always. Be safe out there, okay?
You're welcome. I will. You too. Take care, Shannon.
Thank you, Andrew. All right, keep shopping, everybody. I will see you back on Wednesday. Stay tuned.
Never run out of the things you love with AutoShip at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries and